Preps editor Kyle Newman, live here at Chatfield High School. We got a raucous crowd on hand, and they're getting hyped for the game tonight. Chatfield Skyline, 6 p.m., Trailblazer Stadium, alongside Coach Bret McGatlin and Senior Ben Frenette. And we're going to be talking keys to the game here tonight, plus some other big 5A and 4A first-round playoff games. And Coach, since the playoff field got shrunk to 16, seems like these first-round games have gotten a lot more interesting. And hey, reward for your great season and going undefeated in the state of Colorado, you got to play Skyline. Jeremy Hollingsworth, leading rusher in the state of Colorado. Immediate keys to victory for your team tonight.
Well, you look at Skyline, who's scored 70 twice this year. Yeah. Obviously, you got to. I don't know if you're going to stop them, but you can't let them score like that. And they are a good football team. I mean, you talk about Jeremy Hollingsworth, who's I think leading the state in rushing. Yep. But I tell you, the number 4 kid, Kyle West, he is a tremendous athlete. I mean, those two kids plus their quarterback, are tough to stop, and I haven't seen anybody stop them this year. So I think our main objective is we got to slow those guys down, if anything else. Yeah,
Kyle West, you mentioned, setting school records for Skyline this season out of the wide receiver position. But hey, Ben, you guys got a pretty good offense too, from what I hear. Skyline ranked 3rd in the classification. You guys number 1, I think it was 46.4. What are some keys for your offense in getting those big guys up front going and getting those holes for you to run through?
Our tempo has a lot to do with it. We play a really fast game, and we really throw people off of their game when we move it so fast, and then switch to our psycho offense, which is like power running set.
Right.
Yeah, and we throw people off their games with both of those two.
Yeah, that psycho offense and the centipede, right? Is that what it's called? Or I mean, Michigan has stolen it, of course.
Everyone calls it different. We call it the speed line,
but people call it the
centipede, the train. I mean, for us, we call it psycho, which is kind of what we think it is.
Yeah, and so lining up that quick tempo, just kind of pounding it down the opponent's throat. How do you do that against a Skyline team that has proven they can hang with Windsor, took them to overtime? It seems like Coach Silva's team, for real this year in the playoffs, first time since 1999. I got a feeling they're going to come out with some energy. How do you respond to that, Ben?
Well, our coach Max, Hall of Fame coach, he always throws in really good wrinkles to that offense, so he's watching film. We know what we're doing going into this game.
Again, folks, Kyle Newman alongside Ben Frenette and Coach Bret McGatlin here at Chatfield High School. We got some great fans. We got the drum line out here, a great environment, and I know this school is pumped as this team has looked like a championship caliber team all season long. Coach, take me inside your only loss this season to an out-of-state opponent. Haven't lost in the state of Colorado. What'd you take from that, and then how'd you come back to Colorado and reel off all these victories?
It's crazy because I don't think anybody knows about Braden River, but Braden River has a running back that's going to South Carolina, a wide receiver that's going to Missouri. They had 6 D1 commits on that team, and we felt like at the end of that game that, hey, we will not see anybody like that in the state of Colorado. I mean, you won't see a running back like that. So we felt like we competed. We weren't down after that game. And it's kind of funny, I thought about that because I think Skyline's got some similar athletes.
Yep.
So I think it was a good advantage for us because we saw the best in the country. They're 9-1 in Florida and one of the top seeds in the 7A playoffs in Florida.
So obviously battle tested, and you mentioned their quarterback Nathan McGregor, but you guys got a pretty good one, Colton Arney. Ben, tell me about Colton. What makes him a great quarterback, and then also the leader, the type of guy that could carry this team throughout the playoffs?
Colton's got a really good presence on the field. Everybody listens to him on our team, and when he starts hitting our targets, that's when our offense really gets rolling. So he's a guy we trust out there on the field. And
when you guys beat Columbine earlier this season, who was a challenger for the 5A title, we'll talk about them here in a minute. First win against them since '09. What kind of momentum did that give you down the stretch, and confidence too, going into a very tough 4A bracket here?
It gave us a lot of confidence. It means we knew we could hang with the big dogs, and we're not going to really see offenses like that or defenses like that in 4A. So it's good to know we can play with teams like that.
Again, Kyle Newman alongside Ben Frenette and Coach Bret McGatlin here on Post Preps Game Day out here at Chatfield High School. And folks, be sure to tune into our website, denverpost.com/preps, for live radio streams of Mullen and Regis Jesuit tonight, 7 p.m. from Lou Kellogg, and also Grandview Lakewood tomorrow, noon at Legacy Stadium, both again live, brought to you by Post Preps Radio. So Coach, we'll move on now to talking about some other games, and obviously this one's a great 4A bout, but you look to 5A, and Columbine, a team you faced earlier, facing off against Highlands Ranch, two very physical rushing attacks. What do you see the keys to this game being?
Well, anytime you play Columbine, you got to stop them first of all, because they play championship caliber football where they run the football and they play great defense. And I think after their loss to us, they've done a great job. Logan DeArmond, their quarterback, I really like a lot. He's just a great kid. I know him really well. I know their family really well. And he's just a great player, but Teddy Mullins is a star for them.
Yeah.
But their line is huge. I mean,
they're enormous.
They're enormous.
Yeah.
And so I think, this is the one year that we felt like we could stand up to them toe-to-toe because we had some big D-line guys.
Yeah.
But to stop Columbine, you got to stop the running attack, and that's tough to do. But I think Columbine's defense the rest of the way has been pretty awesome. I haven't seen Highlands Ranch a whole lot. I've heard they've kind of banged up the last few weeks. I know they started off pretty strong.
Yeah.
But I would have to say, Columbine's got the edge in that game.
Yeah, Highlands Ranch, 3 straight losses to close the regular season. I got Columbine by a touchdown in this one, but don't count out Drake Nugent, Austin Johnson. That Highlands Ranch squad so resilient all season long, and they do have the pieces in place. It's going to be a battle. That game, 7 p.m. At Jeffco. And before we switch to this next game, Bing, let's get a comment from you. Coach McGatlin alluded to it. Gentry, all those guys up front for Columbine, so big. What were the keys for your team to match up against them and win the battles and find the holes for your backs?
Again, it was the speed of our offense, the tempo, get those big guys really tired, and that's when we started hitting on all cylinders.
And we'll see if Coach May and the Falcons do that tonight, 7 p.m. at Jeffco. Again, Kyle Newman alongside Bret McGatlin and Ben Frenette here at Chatfield High School, talking Skyline and Chatfield, but also some other top games. And we look to 4A, Ray Patterson Stadium tonight, 7 p.m., Ponderosa Loveland. And again, it seems like with this game here tonight we're talking about with you guys, two teams that played a great regular season. Ponderosa 9-1. Again, they did have that loss last week, but a great regular season nonetheless. And then Loveland, undefeated. Yeah. Chip on their shoulder after missing the playoffs last year, and debatably so. So what do you think about this one between Coach Cohen and Coach McGinn?
Yeah, well, Coach McGinn, I know he was at Adams State after I graduated from there, and he's a longtime college coach. Coach Cohen has done such an amazing job at Ponderosa, and I know that loss for them was tough because it put them in a tough spot, because these are two teams I would have put in the semifinals at least, or the finals, because they're a good football team. Right. So this is a great matchup. This one's, I have no idea who's going to win this game. I think Ponderosa probably learned a lot from that loss, and Loveland, after see what happened to them last year, they got a chip on their shoulder. They're going to go. Yeah. They're going to go all the way. So it's a great game. I wish I could watch it.
Ben, Coach mentioned that depth. Shout out some guys, offense, defense, who've just done a great job to get you to this point.
Offense, I got to go Tyler Sexton, Anthony Johnson, Aiden Mendoza, Chris Lucas, Artem Cymbalis, the guys up front five right there. That's a great offensive line. They got great size, great technique, and they really get nasty in those games. So I got to give it up to those five on offense. On defense, Keelan Rumsey, our safety, Cameron Manzanares, our linebacker, Tim Monroe, D-line, Chandler Calejo at corner. Those guys are all state players, all-state caliber.
Again, Chatfield Skyline tonight, 6 p.m., Trailblazer Stadium. I got the Chargers by a touchdown in overtime, maybe double overtime. Let's call it double overtime, McGatlin. Hopefully you can survive that long, tense game, but it's going to be a good one. And also, folks, remember, tune into Post Preps Radio tonight, 7 p.m., Mullen Regis Jesuit, top 5A game, and tomorrow, Grandview Lakewood at noon. And until next week, folks, for Coach Bret McGatlin and Ben Frenette, I am Denver Post Preps editor Kyle Newman here on Post Preps Game Day. And take it easy.